unmute like that. And there we go. It is Monday evening, at least here on the East Coast. It'll be evening soon enough for you on the West Coast, though. But we've done it. We've made it through the Monday. And isn't that an accomplishment in and of itself? I sure hope it is. Or at least think it is. Hello there, Grimos. Hello there, Owl. Hello there, Tech. Just looking at a couple of things here on the microphone real quick. Okay, it does not look like the fan is... I do have a fan on, but it's pretty much on the other side of the room though, so I'm just glad it's not picking up that as it blows by, so looks like we're good on that. Because it's finally starting to warm up here. After a nice spring here, it is now excuse me. It is now starting to heat up as we approach the summer solstice, which is actually this week. I think the solstice is actually Friday, Thursday or Friday, I think. So, longest day of the year. You know, let me double check that real quick. Because I know it is this week. Summer solstice, there we go. Okay, it's the 20th, yeah, so it's Friday, yeah. Which is also the first day of summer, so we have that going for us, which is nice. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and finish up on this picture here. We're basically just trying to figure out like a concrete color for basically the entirety of the background, and we'll pretty much be set with this one. And then we'll start on our next couple of doodles ideas, which I do have up in my head noggin somewhere. Where they're at, I don't know, but they're there. But let's see here. I mean, yeah, that grab was just one of those random dust clouds. You know what? Actually, let's grab that one right there, because that's the color of that hole. Let's get a look at that. And if we add a little more yellow into it, okay, that's what that layer is. I wasn't a big fan of this layer. I was not a big fan of that. So we might just go ahead and actually get rid of all that. We'll keep the layer, but get rid of all of that. Not a fan of that. Let's shrink that down now to more manageable size. Okay, we do have a background layer. We have our back fill and then our background here. I guess we probably agreed on that color. I've still got a few pieces, a few little lines I missed here. It looks good up here. Down here, I think we might add some more dust clouds. I think that might be what's kind of tossing me off here. Just all that blank space that nothing's really going on, so that's that. So let's go ahead and just grab this color then. So I know what I'm looking at. We'll call this dust lines. I'm pretty sure we used the for effect pen on that. So, oh, you know what? I forgot. Nope. Okay, Spotify decided to grab a different window. Nope, not that one. I don't know why it bounces back and forth like that. Anyway. Hello there, Sasquatch. Hope you're holding up pretty good. Let's bump this to 10. And he doesn't even need to be that impressive either. Okay, can I... pull this up here? Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't affect that. Okay. Okay, it does. Oh, great! It does affect that because that's on that layer. That oh man. Well, that's fine because I can just do this. Just lasso these lines out. And then just do that. There we go. Problem solved. Got the jump lines. You know what? I can actually just toss those up here in the... Oh, nope. Those don't go in there. Those will not go up in there. I mean, they could, but I gotta go back and erase some stuff, and then, yeah, whatever. At this point, we've gone too far, I think. Okay. So, let's see here. That's the darker one. That's like that middle one. Okay, so let's darker one. Aha. That one. This layer. Just outside the lines a little bit. Grab that one. That one's going to be here. And that's that one there. Let's turn this off real quick, kind of see. Yeah, it gives a little bit of a difference there, which I guess ain't that bad. Alright, let me go ahead and grab that. There we go. Yeah, I think this one's more or less done. Go ahead and close that up. Close these folders up, close that up, close that up. There's that save button right there. I'll go ahead and actually turn that on. And then save that. Let's ping. Final on there. Yes, that's fine. Okay, there we go. Got that one finished up. All right, new. Let's go ahead and get that just a block on there. Fill in our background here. It's our backfill. There we go. And then there. That's what we're going to be working on next. Is I saved you the red one. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Everything is there for us, even the hand. However, there should be a thumb right there. I mean, unless that's not how you hold something. No, there would be pencil. Let's use this because if I were to holding my tablet pen right here, even at that straight ahead, would still be a thumb right there. And that's easy enough to add. Almost easy enough to add. Hold on. There. That's basically what that would be like. Yeah, well, there is no. Yeah, it's in the image itself. There is no thumb, but the thumb would realistically be there-ish in the image. Because I mean, yeah, you can have your thumb inside the fist, but when you're holding something, that's just not comfortable. That's just not a comfortable way to hold something in your hand. It's the thumb on the outside of the index and middle finger is where it would normally be. So with that in mind, we can just that in line here, and if nope. Of course, it's the red one we save because those taste the best. We want to share those with friends. Friends deserve red crayons. That's how you know you're someone's friend, is if you save them the red crayon. That means they're special enough to have that be saved. What the hell? She's got a lot of colors on her lips. That's what's going on, so. Does she have red on her lips already? I mean, it looks like she might have some, you know, it could be an orange in there, but I mean, also, if, you know, if the 24, a box of 24 crayons, you know, how many different reds are there, you know? You know, that's the thing. But of course, let's get a picture of the tastiest red there is. Which we all know is Crayola. And if you say Rose Art is tastier, well then you get out now. Rose Art is way too waxy to be good. It tastes like fake fruit. Actually, just do that, and then... Can I just flip this like 90 degrees? Transform, yeah, skew, perspective, free transform, flip, rotate. Okay, that's the canvas, though. Can't I just rotate this layer? Yeah. Okay, that. Change canvas, rotate, yeah, that's rotate canvas 90 degrees. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Undo, I always want to change, okay, layer, here we go. Let's see. Mask, ruler, file, layer settings, no. Transform, merge, yeah, no, that's all the other, this is all the right click stuff. Edit. Scale, rotate, yeah, rotate. That's flip. Okay. Let's do some Googlating real quick here. Yeah. I just want to do a hard 90 degrees. I don't want to change it myself. Transform, okay. Yeah, no, I don't want to, oh wait. That's reset. Oh, okay, there's this whole damn thing right here. Yep, flip, rotate mode, yeah, okay. Yeah, center. Okay, you know what, let's just bring up... Is there a setting I can't see? Nope, all the settings are there. I just want to do a hard rotation. I don't want to... Rotate angle. Okay. I just put... Okay, I can... Guess I can type it in, sure. That's a lot harder than it has to be. Alright, now we have our Crayola reference. Anyway, back to the picture. That does not exist on the Crayola crayon. That's good to know. No, go away. All right, we got that. And now back to here. What is the shortcut for adding a new layer? Okay, new Rastic layer. There is not. Okay. Uh-oh. What the hell's going on now? Oh, over here. Bring that into my view and then just cancel that and just hit that button then. Get our torso going now. Oh, Oh, look at that. 30 months, Harold. Welcome, thank you. Berkeley! Berkeley! Anyway. You know what? Actually, is an arm technically hiding in this picture, so... Let's see if we can't get... You know what? I'm gonna put this image in a little corner here for us to enjoy for the rest of the stream. Give me a second here. This little guy, I think, does deserve to be on stream, so hang on a second. Oh, you know, put in completed work here. Properties, browse. I put it here to save. There we go. Okay. And I can't edit the size yet. I bet I can. Well, okay, here we go. Just where is the? Oh, is that? Man, that is teeny weeny. Okay. Hang on, let me bring the size up a little bit here. He's gonna be in the top right corner for us. There he is. We'll have ourselves a little buddy now in the corner. Actually, that should be a shoulder. That's right. I'm gonna keep that thumb there. Put that right there. Thumba. That's what layer that is. That's the thumba layer. Chalky milk is delicious, yes. 14-hour shift factory. Chalky milk is delicious, and you are deserved of a chalky milk. So you can has. There is no image to train. Oh, right. Ooh, I know exactly what image I can use for reference on this one. No. Everyone else covered up by a shirt. Go ahead and grab that. That's a good side shot of the idiot. There we go. Okay. So going off of that. You know what? I got some chess references as well for that. Anything from the side? No, I don't think I do actually. Standing. Yeah, no silhouettes on the side actually. Right. That's kind of actually not bad. Let's bump this up a little bit. Actually, we can go back. Get some muscles worked out here first. And that's a side shot here, but I guess you could say it is a 3/4 turn. You can work that out. Head. I want to get a new subject for the jawline. Try it. Jaw. Okay, so what this is showing off is something I normally do anyway. My jawline's a bit too big, but it's simply just zoop it down a little bit. It's actually not that bad. given where I got his neck at. You know, I want to save the time lapse of this. This will turn on time lapse. The time lapse will be recorded. We save with the canvas and file. Yeah, that's fine. I just hope it doesn't remember from this point, but remembers from when we started the file. But I also can't remember how it works, so it probably starts from this point on. So I just lost all that video learning there. But that's fine. That's in the jawline. Get rid of that. Actually, torso. We come back to that later. Always rough doing this kind of thing. Oh, didn't mean to minimize that. I could start with that, but I don't know. That's the thing. You just put references everywhere when you draw usually. And it's even worse now they've got that having the ability to use 2 screens. I think then Brown Joey. Too many letters in that word. Alright. Details like his teeth. He's got two. Okay, one lower, one upper. That's how that side of his head works. Yeah. Layer here. Just toss some of the spinities in there. And then you're actually halfway through the string. So we're gonna go ahead and take our break reel right here. Rotate my wrist, take a little bit of a stretch, crack some knuckles, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
After these messages, I'll show you how I do my own stunts.
Let's go racing! It's Super Mario Kart Funny Car Madness! Only on Super NES! Turn the track into a giant mud pit! Or burn rubber on ice, wood, or asphalt! Mix it up with the big boys! See Bowser and his Bigfoot dropping truck! See Yoshi's go-kart really go! Mushrooms, banana peels, turtle shells! Dynamite! Check your rear view and make him eat dust! Or go into battle mode and ruin his day! Too speed! Fast and way too fast! It's two-player fun on the split screen. Only for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with power, superpower.
There are lots of teddy bears, but only one Teddy Ruxpin.
Hi, my name is Teddy Ruxpin.
Hi, Teddy.
Your friend is what I'd like to
He's
be.
alive. How does he do that? He's a magic bear.
One day, we found an old treasure map. The treasure was supposed to be
My friend Teddy Ruxpin.
Teddy Ruxpin comes with storybook and cassette. Other stories sold separately, batteries not included.
All I wanted was a big bowl of Kellogg's Cinnamon Mini Buns. But is this my last swirl of sweet cinnamon? Maybe not. Save some for me, Jimmy!
There's a cyclone of cinnamon in every bowl of Kellogg's Cinnamon Mini Buns, part of this complete breakfast.
Glad you could drop in, CB. Don't just sit there. Pass the milk.
How do you cure boredom? With board games! Mini Clue Jr. out of control and sorry. Free on specially marked boxes of Kellogg's Cinnamon Mini Buns.
The Toon's looniness is at stake,
No more silliness.
so they take it to Congress.
Bill a Buster.
Watch an all-new Tiny Toon Adventures tomorrow on Fox.
There's no need to be frightened. It's only little Dracula. He doesn't frighten Igor, the brains of the family, or his friends like Deadwood. And he certainly doesn't frighten his enemies like Garlic Man. So don't be afraid of little Dracula. He's looking for fun, just like you. From DreamWorks.
Now back to our program. Sheesh, don't get bent out of shape.
Yeah, that's I will admit that's one show I never saw. Was a Little Dracula. I don't know if how far that made it, kind of thing. Well, okay. The thing about Teddy Ruxpin is, I'm pretty sure that they had him specially coded where you could only play special tapes within him. You couldn't. I don't think you could play just about anything in Teddy Ruxpin. Now, there were plenty of knockoff tape playing animals after Teddy Ruxpin took off. Yes, but Teddy Ruxpin himself, I'm pretty sure, the tapes and the way they programmed him, you could only use his specialty tapes with it. There's a chance I'm misremembering that. I did watch that 10-hour-long documentary on the creator of Teddy Ruxpin, which is very interesting. The guy actually initially worked for Walt Disney, which, I mean, not a big surprise. And actually, that company that made Teddy Ruxpin, that was the same company that created the technology used in the Welcome to Pooh Corner animated talking suits. So those were all, those heads were all basically pre-recorded dialogue on tapes that controlled the eyes and mouth movements. And it was just the actors basically, acting along as the bodies. Okay, I think these can be bigger. Yeah, this is the one thing I like about digital art, is that if something looks the wrong size, you can literally just resize it and try and get it to match, and I think that looks pretty decent right there. I think it looks pretty decent right there. Do we need to properly pectoral his muscles? Possibly. But, let's kind of work from... Well, first off, let me grab the shoulder, move that up here. No, let's just take a quick look. Could... Because I need to go to Google anyway. Could Teddy Ruxpin play any tape? Let's take a quick look here. No, no, Teddy Ruxpin could not play any standard tape. Let's see, and have the eyes move, mouth and move. Okay. You probably could play any tape in Teddy, but his eyes and mouths would not move because there is programming on the magnetic tape that controls his mouth and eyes. That's what it is. He has specific track data for those movements. So you probably could have used him as a tape recorder, yes, but you could, but he would not react to it as you would expect. Anyway. Three-quarters. Okay, there we go. That's a good image there. You can work off that for the torso. Let's call this torso too. He's holding his arm out, which is fine. So... Actually, no, that's a good one right there. And that's the thing I gotta get used to when it comes to drawing male images, is that the chest is basically just, very similar to a woman's chest, where it can be just, a large completed muscle like that. And then actually, yes, there is the whole neck muscle region actually does get bigger when, if you do work that out, so. Now, would it necessarily be this large on this, in this? Probably not. Matter of fact, we should have brought that up a little bit, but. Ooh, that's the pen. Go back to our detail layer here, and there's some details in this big guy I haven't used in a while. The image I used, yeah, I mean, that's pretty close to it. It doesn't help that that's pretty close. Okay, those are a little bit shorter. You know, maybe I'll go about changing it now. Should I get rid of these lines here, huh? Well, that's not bad. Let's bring out these higher points. Connect out. Yeah, I kind of like that. Been a while since I drew his mark like that. And changing it up a little bit, you know, I think I like that new little change. And then, oop. Is that here or is that the head layer? Let's find out together. That is the head layer. I'll put this on the shoulder layer. Even though I haven't drawn it with this color on in a long time. and I won't lie, putting the, well, the color served two purposes. One, when I initially made Gore, it was based off my Star Trek Online character of the same name, of the Gorn species. But, two, it was also kind of a way for me to Hanna-Barbera him a bit, as far as his neckline when it came to some coloring. Oh my god, Samurai. I will time you out for the maximum distance, for the maximum time I can if you bring those jokes here. I got so damn tired of seeing those on DS9 all the time. I will not hesitate to abuse my power here. But yeah, the collar was more or less a way for me to kind of cheat some coloring on him when I originally drew the art. And now I can't get this damn collar to look decent. Comparing it to everything else on this picture, that's not half bad. Turn this jaw off. Yep, and then there's some here in the head we can get rid of. I know that much. Not all that, though. Need to make that eye a little different, but thinning that out helps. Alright, let's go ahead and hit that save button. Well, save as. I'm gonna call this one Eat-it-it-it-it, because he eat-it-it-it-it the crayon, but he saved you the red one. That is part of that layer. Alright, we hit that save button, so that's good. So I think that helps a little bit. Yeah, man, yeah, just adding that little bit of the eye on the side there, I think helped really clean that up. Alright, hit that save button. Alright. Now the most important part. What is that you may ask? That's the fucking crayon. We have to get this crayon right. Because, again, he saved it for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn that entire layer off. And we're going to try and find the best part of this red color here. I think that might be it right there. That might be the best red right there. They're taking red right from the Crayola crayon itself. That this boy, this big boy, this gentle, giant, stupid of a boy, saved just for you. And it's even one of those XL crayons, apparently, because fuck, this guy is supposed to be big. Again, the crayon is freaking huge in this picture, too. Like, a crayon is not that big. Unless you are, like, a toddler. A crayon would not fit through your hand like that. I mean, shit, do I have crayons? I know I have colored pencils over here. I've got colored pencils somewhere, but... yeah, I know crayons are not that big. Also, look at that, 1 month shy of 3 years. Darkstar. Why? Thank you, but why have you made this decision? Why have you made this choice? Kool-Aid lemonade. That's my drink of choice tonight. And you know what? We should probably make the crayon in the crayon in the crayon option. We cannot falter when it comes to making this crayon. It must be as perfect as the gift we are being given. Alright, let's go ahead and turn that off. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not all that bad. We must get that authentic Crayola swirl that goes around the band, so... I have to bump this up a little bit because, well, I mean... And this is meant just to be just a quick little sketch, which is what we're doing, which is, hell yeah. I mean, we all have the chronic dumb here. So that's excusable. That's excusable. Let's bump this to 15. Nope. Not 10. That was on the gel pen. 15. Wow. Okay. Gore talks in the third person. You know what? It's simple. We'll just use the U, like the image. Alright, we can go ahead and clean some things up here. Oh, can you guys hear that vacuum outside? Someone just... Oh, that's right, we do need to get some more colors in his mouth. Okay, let's go ahead and grab some yellow. Let's bump this up a little bit, but it's gonna be under the jawline, so let's just go on this here. Yellow. I'll put some blue on the front teeth here. Green. Some orange. God, he would do this too. That's the thing. Like, we didn't make it to it, but we were getting close to going to like a fancy dress party in the game Gore was in, and if there was plastic fruit, my God, you bet your ass he would have eaten that. And he's not, like, stupid per se, it's just, he was not used to the modern life. He was born, the village he lived in, very, not necessarily cut off from modern civilization, but they were very isolated, and had just begun trading their way basically out of the Stone Age. You know, the lizard folk, you know, very of his tribe, you know, they were very just what you would expect from your base lizard folk in a D&D game, you know. Very tribal, bone weapons, stone weapons, things like that. Recently coming across a more modern society. Okay, no. I'll put some more orange back around here, actually. Oh, no, that needs to be a nice bright orange. So he wasn't very street smart, is what it is. He does cookie, but again, he saved you the red one. It tastes good. And then what I'll do is I'll just color in his eyes here. And let's go ahead and we'll color in this red a little bit. Try not to lose some of this detail, but oop. Now we'll save that. I'm gonna go ahead, hide that. Change canvas size. We're going to pull this in just a little bit. There we go. Save as PNG. Yes. There we go. We are so smart. All right, and I think that will basically do it. I think for today. I believe that they'll do it for today. Yeah, Marine Corps has entered the chat, right? Anyway, you guys have a good rest of your week. I will catch you guys on Saturday for more Suikoden 2. We got quiz coming up about half hour or so. So till then, you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and I will catch you later. Take it easy, everybody.